All right. So some more news came out on Battlefield. There's been a couple of tweets. Some people have already made a couple of videos about this, but I wanted to put my 2 cents out about the aiming situation going on in this game. Specifically, some news came out about the recoil and how it works in this game. So I'm currently in the shooting range, and I recommend that you guys do this as well because it is something that you can feel. I can explain it, and I will show you how to replicate it, but you will not visually see this. So how recoil works in this game, and it is completely different from what every other FPS game I have ever played, is it is additive. So it goes on top of your input. Now, the reasoning why this is bad is because now you are fighting the recoil with your input, which makes flicking and tracking, so if you are trying to follow a moving target, it makes it feel very strange. Now, when you are simply just doing either one of those without shooting, it is completely fine because there is no recoil being added to your input. But now, if I try to move my mouse while shooting, you will feel that you are fighting the recoil. Now, yes, you're always fighting recoil in a game. That's how recoil works. But the difference between this is it feels different from two different directions. So for a weapon like this that goes top left, if I try to move my cursor left, it'll feel faster. If I try to move my cursor right, it will feel slower. Now, I just tried moving my cursor the same speed for both, and maybe, just maybe, you can visually see it. I'll do it one more time. You can visually see that. I promise you can visually see that. Now, before you sit here and say that is in every game, of course it is, to a certain extent. Any game that you have recoil in that it's going to go top left, top right, or, you know, any horizontal movement, you're going to be fighting it more from each side. But like I said earlier, this is something that you can feel, and I really do recommend that you go into the firing range and try it out. And I promise you, this is why aiming in this game, along with numerous other issues like the bloom bug that is still in the game that they said they fixed and they did not, but it's why your aim might feel off in this game compared to other shooters, and I feel it constantly. Now, of course, this is going to favor low recoil weapons, because if your weapon doesn't have that much recoil, you won't be fighting it. You can easily overcome it. This, of course, brings up the conversation of controller. Controller players have less recoil in this game. It is just a simple fact. Now, I could get into the controller versus keyboard and mouse discussion and talk about it for hours, but I'm not going to do that. In the defense of controller players, this game, most competitive games with controller input give them less recoil. Some of them give aim assist, some of them don't. The aim assist in this game is not broken whatsoever. Even in the beta, it wasn't broken. If you want to play a game where aim assist is disgusting, go play COD. I've said this a bazillion times, but one of the biggest reasons I hated COD playing it was because I had to have perfect aim on keyboard and mouse to beat these controller players, because they have aimbot on Call of Duty. I'm sorry to say it. That rotational aim assist that they get in Call of Duty is disgusting. It is broken. I thought I'd bring it up because you do get less recoil, and this would help. Now, to wrap this up, I'm gonna bring up some other things that have not been factually stated or proven, but it's just something that I feel. One is that I think something that's adding to this feeling of recoil affecting is I personally think that your sensitivity changes when you shoot. Now, maybe it's just a sensitivity change between hipfire and ADS that I'm feeling, but it does feel when I'm shooting compared to when I'm not shooting that I am getting a different sensitivity. I don't know if it's just placebo, but I have heard a few other people say that that's how they feel. Just to wrap this up though, your aim's gonna feel off in this game. That's just how it is. Until they fix this, which I don't see them fixing it anytime soon, because I haven't fixed things that have been out since the beta. Once again, disappointing. It is what it is. But yeah,